Hey guys, I'm Mango7Roll. How are we doing today? None of you are going to know me. I've never made a WoW video before, and this isn't primarily a WoW video. I mean, it is about WoW, but I'm going to be showing stuff from Final Fantasy XIV in it. This is because I've played WoW since release, and there are so many features that are just missing, and I feel like that is the big community issue for WoW. Um, I've never had a community so close as Final Fantasy XIV, and I think that's because they focus so much on those things. Um, and I'm at the point in my gaming career, my MMO career, that I don't want to just sit in a high end raid team anymore and just raid all day and not talk to my friends, that sort of thing. I really like to communicate. I like to talk. I like to chat. I like to have fun, that sort of thing. So we're gonna go over just two or three really quick things that WoW just has no excuse not to have at this point. I mean, Final Fantasy XIV has them. Final Fantasy XI had them even. They at this point, for how big they are, how long they've been going, they should have them, and there's no reason they shouldn't. The first one is really simple, actually, and you might laugh at me for this, but it makes such a difference. It's such a conversation piece. It's so cool to see how people pose their characters and everything like that. So the first thing is just how you stand. Like, in WoW, you just stand there. That's it. You might, like, scratch yourself every now and then if you're a Tauren. But here you can change how you stand. And it's really small, but you can do this with everything. You can do this with how you sit, how you lay down, how you sleep, how you... everything. So we'll just go through a couple. You can have your arms over your head. You can cross your arms. You can do everything like this. And this bundles in with the fact that the emote system in WoW just is not there yet. And the emote system here is just 100,000 times better. And you're laughing at me like, who uses emotes? Like, we do here. You would in WoW too if it was more fun, but you don't. So anyway, we'll get back to it. I'm going to change my clothes since I am in my pajamas because I am in my own personal house on my bed. Believe it or not. Like, you actually have a house in this game, and not everybody. It is expensive and they are harder to get, but it is a thing to work towards. And this is actually the number one thing that I feel like WoW is missing, is housing. There's no excuse at this point. I feel like they tried with the garrison, but they tried and they just failed so hard it was embarrassing. And it sucks when they try so hard and fail that bad, because then they'll look at it next time and they'll be like, well, we tried it last time and it failed. And it's you failed because of how you did it, not because of what you did. And that's the important part to really gather. I noticed one of the biggest complaints about garrisons was that everybody was separated and nobody was really close together. There was no community aspect, and that's because you did one garrison in one area separated completely instance off from everybody else. I'm going to show you how these work in this game and every other game for that matter that has them. But first I'm just going to do a really quick little rundown of my house. Actually, we'll show this off too. I'll get back in my pajamas here. Just to show you the different poses. I can lay on my bed here. I have different sitting poses, so I can lay like that. I can lay on my side or my back. I can lay this way. Tons of different ways I can lay. And I know you think that's stupid, but it's fun. It adds that little bit, you know, that little personality, that little character, that little interaction, all that sort of thing that WoW is just missing to me now. So we'll get back into an outfit here. We'll take a seat on my little Moogle chair. We'll just show you a couple little poses here really quick. And not all of them are perfect. Like, as you can see, my hands are clipping in, so I'm just going to switch outfits there a little. And we can change poses here. We can sit back like this. We can sit forward like this. You can do all sorts of things. And the other thing is with emotes, there's so many of them. Like, if you scroll down, there's a ton of them. And there's a ton of dances too. Like, there's not just one dance. You can do things like this, and this was actually for an event, for an idol event. And you're supposed to look like an idol right now. It's super cute. Even the little wink when she does the little thing on the side. We'll give it one more second. You can do it. There we go. Isn't that cute? Like, so much better than the WoW dance. And more importantly, there are more than one dance. So we'll give a little tour of our house here. And everything is completely different in every house. Not completely different, depending on style choices. But there are so many different housing items that you can really just do whatever you want. We have a little music section here. And if you click that, you can play a song. Same with the little thing here. We have a flower pot here, which you can plant something. I have nothing on me right now to plant, but you can plant something. I will get to that later because that's part 2 of things WoW's missing. We have another dining room here. All the floors, all the walls can be completely changed. You can get your own servants here. She bows to you when you go to her. How cool is that? We have a room here. We have a little corner area with some vendors. And I'll just go downstairs really quick here. We have an aquarium here. You can put as many, not as many, but a bunch of different fish in here. I haven't actually upgraded my fish yet. My poor little, I don't even think they're fish. They're like a little herring at this point. We have a crafting center here. We have a little area. This is our bar. We've got wine casks here and everything. And there's also this little thing, and I know the Garrison did this, but it wasn't as cool. You can basically gather every single music in the game at this point and change what plays in your house. And that's so much fun. The music in this game is just phenomenal. So is WoW's, by the way. And I gotta say that I'm not trying to bash WoW whatsoever. WoW is an amazing game. I love it. I've always loved it, and I'll always go back to it, but they're just missing so much to me. And there's another flower pot. You can get even different styles of flower pots, like that one was different than the one upstairs, for example. So now we go outside. Everybody has their own yard. There's also different styles of houses, different sizes. But the important part of outside is you can have your own little garden, and it's not like WoW's where it wasn't like nobody wanted to do it. It wasn't fun. I find this fun. You can grow different crops. You can crossbreed. So if you use one seed and another seed, something different can pop out. So there's actual planning. There's no stupid minions you have to fight. It's fun gardening, just like you would in real life, essentially. Not perfectly, obviously. We also have chocobos, which you can raise, you can breed, you can change the colors of it, you can race them, you can do everything. So just get on my mount here. All these little things, these are other people's houses here. You can look at the map. Every one of those numbers are somebody's houses, and there's different instances of this. So while we are in our own separate instance, there's a ton of houses in all of them. And because there's central areas with market boards, you always see other people. So there's a dude down here. I see him all the time. He's my buddy. We're just going to take a walk down to the beach here. I'm in the waterfront area. There's a ton of different other styles of housing. There's another person right here. We can just do a wave to him. And we can do stuff like this and go up to our beach chair, and the chick literally waves you. Like, how cool is that? Just the little aesthetics, little fun parts like that. And I could sit on this chair and relax with some friends while I have my own personal fanner. Just how cool is that? There's nothing really like that in WoW to me anymore. So anyway, the other really big thing that ties into my house is there's also guild houses, or free company as they're called in this game. Hopefully some of my free company mates are there. It's another place you can have a guild house together. Like you can gather as a guild, you can have guild meetings, you can talk, you can chill, you can sit down. We have our little crafter buddy here. We can give him a hug. He's probably having a good day. I'm having a good day. We have out of all the outfits to pick today, Aggravated Pacifist, this is your choice. We have this guy over here watching the area, embarrassing me with his hat. We have little things like a striking dummy here. This is in our own personal house, our own little garden. You can test your DPS there. They have their own chocobo stables. They have their own garden, everything like that. And we can go inside here. But I'm not going to go too in depth because it's another house. Every house is different. I could spend all day just looking at people's houses. It's so fun. But there's also additional chambers here, so you can move into the house within the guild house. So if you can't find your own house like I have, because they are expensive and they are hard to find, you can have a house within the guild house, and you can live together with your teammates. And that's really fun to me. So we'll go to the company workshop here. And these are much like garrison missions. The guild works together to... I'm going to use WoW terminology, by the way, so I don't confuse you. But the guild works together just like in a garrison. your solo garrison, and we build airships, we build all that sort of thing, and we send them out on missions, and they bring us back stuff. It's just like garrisons, but it's more fun because it's a communal effort, and you get buffs and everything for it too. It's really, really fun. So one of the main complaints, or one of the main things that are brought up from WoW developers, is they don't want instance areas like this to take away from the overall population, and that's just not the case. Like, there are so many people in the main area still in this game, even on my server, which is a low pop server, that the community you gain is well worth it. Like, I am more close to my free company mates here because I always see them. I always see their character. I always see them talking. I always emote to them. I always do that sort of thing. And in WoW, you just sort of log in, do your dailies and log out, and do your raids, of course. And there's no real interaction outside of that, and that's because WoW doesn't let you. WoW doesn't enforce those things. WoW doesn't support you doing that. And that's my biggest complaint with it at this point. I do think it's a better game than this. I do think it is just fantastic in 9 out of every 10 aspects of WoW, but I feel like this is one it's just completely missed the ball on. I'm going to show you the main area in this game, like the Dalaran, or the I forget the name of the Miss area, the place everybody gathers, just to show you that having individual housing areas does not change the way people gather. So here's the main area. There are a ton of people everywhere. We can go over to the crafting station. There will be people crafting. There's going to be people in the inn here talking to each other, like Goldshire. Sorry, that's a thing here too. So yeah, that was the main couple things I want to go over. My main points I'm trying to get across is it is inexcusable at this point for WoW not to have at least some of these things. It's inexcusable, in my opinion, again, not to have player housing. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Garrison was a good try. You did well trying that, WoW, but you did fail, unfortunately. And you failed because it's not as accessible. In my opinion, again, it's not as accessible. It's not as composed. It's not as elastic, I guess. You can do whatever you want in your house, right? You can change walls, you can change where the walls are, you can move the doors, everything. It's not like in WoW where you just grab a thing from archaeology and you have to put it in this one exact spot and that's it. Another thing too is what this does to the economy. We'll just go through some recipes here. There are a seemingly infinite amount of housing recipes, like literally thousands of housing recipes, and all of this keeps the market moving, and all of these houses are a gill sink, right? You pay the server to buy the plot of house. That gill's gone once you use it. So yeah, one last thing. I just want to take a little walk through as I'm saying goodbye to you guys. This is how you do a fun little casino and or Darkmoon Fair style area, Blizzard. This is so well done. It's so fun to go into. I don't dread going into it. The colors are beautiful. The games are fun. Everything is just so much fun. I just can't explain enough how much WoW is dropping the ball on the fun side of things. And that's why I feel like I'm not enjoying the game as much anymore. And I feel like a lot of people aren't. Sure, the rating is awesome and all that sort of thing, but you need the little side things. So anyway, my name's Mango7Roll. Thank you so much for watching. I don't do WoW videos too much, so you might not see that much from me. I primarily do Final Fantasy videos, Fire Emblem, Summoner's War videos, and I have a lot of anime figures, as you can see behind me here, and I do a lot of unboxings and reviews. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Have a great day. I hope this helped. If you want to talk about it, please let's talk in the discussion here in Reddit or YouTube comments. I like hearing your opinions. I like hearing why you like these sort of things or why you don't like them. Is there a reason you don't want something like this in the game with this much like aesthetics, this much fun, this much color? Anyway, have a great day, guys. See you again.